Frustration. The single most powerful feeling there is. Frustration climbs mountains. Frustration overcomes odds. Frustration is simultaneously what destroys you and what builds you back up. Those born without wings manage to soar through the sky using the sheer force of frustration that dwells within them. What do you do when you have a drive, but you don't know where to direct it? This is the core problem that Hinata faces on his climb to the top. A tale old as time. A crow born without wings manages to take flight with his powerful legs. This has been who Hinata was throughout the course of the series. A person with crippling weakness who covers for them with incredibly sharpened strengths. This, however, has proven to be what's holding him back now. Faced with ever-escalating obstacles and a bar that just continues raising endlessly, how can a flightless bird keep up? This is the question that has consumed Hinata. That even though he has made it to this point, it's been as much luck as anything else. If he wants to continue on further, he's going to have to adapt and do it fast. This isn't simply a matter of learning a new trick or polishing an old skill. This is a fundamental threat to Hinata as a person. It forces him to have to look at himself and come to an understanding of who he is. This question is a complex one to tackle, ever more so when faced with two opposing ideas that seem to contradict each other. A need to be true to yourself, while also doing something you would never do. The classic case of death and rebirth, represented within the concept of instinct versus intuition. This is what strikes to the core of Hinata in this moment. He is a character built to continue ever pushing forward, but he has been put into a situation where that momentum has stopped. He wasn't chosen for any of the training camps. He isn't even able to utilize his abilities to the fullest without assistance from others. Moreover, his one way of overcoming his problems has been stripped away from him. Left cornered in a literal do-or-die situation, he adapts. Instead of continuing to push himself forward physically, as he always has, instead he starts building himself up from the complete opposite end of the spectrum. He begins building his mind. Even though he won't ever be able to reach the same heights mentally as his teammates, he might be able to implement a simple strategy. If that sounds familiar, that's because it is. The mantra picked up by Hinata is the same one used by the antagonistic coach. Both of them end up at the exact same point as each other, both serving as mirror versions of the same concepts. They both know that a simple approach can work if you have the physical capacity to back it up. They both know that they could never grow taller. They both also believe height is the greatest talent one could have. They even both share the same understanding that the lack of talent they were born with is what has driven them to reach the point they are at now. The difference lies with the fact that one believes the greater the talent, the more impossible the odds of winning are. The other believes the greater the talent, the better the opportunity to rise to the occasion is. This is what caused Hinata and his team to win out in their previous match. One sought the ultimate talent out to ally themselves with, the other sought it out to fight it head on. If you recall, Hinata was devastated when he found out his genius rival was on his own team. Hinata has always been characterized by wanting to rise to the occasion. It's just when overwhelmed, he often winds up nervous and unable to act. This character arc was about Hinata getting completely lost, then learning that sometimes you need to take a step back and analyze the situation. Of course, after analyzing it, he came to the same conclusion he started with. Even if I wasn't born with talent, I'll just work harder to make up for that lacking. Thanks for watching my video on Haikyuu. If you enjoyed, like, comment, share as to help the channel grow. If you want more Haikyuu, sports anime, or just anime content in general, subscribe and ring the bell to get videos as soon as they go live. I've got some other videos on the screen to check out. See you next time.